Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy, always very happy to have you with me as we explore the city of Ark, or Arks, or the capital city anyway. And today, we're here in a very, very cozy, lovely home, except for that bit over there, of a man who seems to be very upset and seems to have gotten into his head that money is what moves this world. And I was saying last episode that chickens don't mind, will they? No. I was saying last episode... Oh. The soundtrack is really cool. I'm thinking this might be the reason why he's upset. This cannot be picked. It requires a key. It's interesting that it's empty. And I can't tell... Anyway, that's interesting that it's empty because I wouldn't click on it unless I was just actively engaging, which I am. Look at the amount of food he has. And I was saying last episode that it's a feudal world. Things work differently in a feudal world. Of course, the very definition of feudalism is very hazy. It was never actually historically used. Well, when I say historically used, I mean feudal worlds, as we call them, were never actually seen as feudal back in their time. Or generally not. Oh, we have a different soundtrack now. And what defines one, or at least what we agree, or what historians agree on, mostly, that defines a feudal world, although there are basically two big differences between, like, there's two types of them, and it's sort of complicated. I can't really get into that because I don't know enough. But what defines them is the tiered hierarchy of didn't want that, of law, and of course of profiteering. When I say profiteering, I don't mean as in sort of, you know, any crime thing. It's a lord's duty to levy his taxes. Is that the word? I think levy might not be the word. And to raise his army and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's actually what defines... I'll get those. What defines feudal... different sort of feudalisms. This world, from what we've seen, is kind of like that. Then again, people do have their money. So that's a big difference, actually. Because back in medieval times, people didn't have money. Just people didn't have money, as in general. If they were traders, this was before the rise of the bourgeoisie, or bourgeoisie. The French say it with a j sound, but it shouldn't be j sound, because that's not where the word comes from. Is it? It's the bourgeois. Is it? I don't think it is. Anyway, the English word comes from the French word, and it started to show up in the 17th century, I think, or 16th century, or somewhere around there, where people of money were basically capable of getting enough. I'm trying to figure out what the guy is upset about. That's all I'm doing. Maybe I need to mess with the books over here or something. And they basically got enough money to sort of impose themselves as nobles. And there was this progressive and sort of staged, as in it had stages, evolution of the perception that people had of noblemen and of the bourgeois, who were the people that traded, and those dealt with money, but the peasants didn't. People in general didn't. So I never figured out what the guy wanted. Let's see where he is. I suppose the journal might tell me. Don't know if that's him. Where are we? We're back here. Did we ever go in here? I think we did. It's Rotang's Bakery. Wasn't that the lady outside? Well, we didn't come in here. This place does not look good. Rotang! This is terrible. She has so much bread. Well,
tender friends of the granulous pleasance, melt away in rapture as a crunchy loaf
She's
of bread
crazy.
wanders from my hands into yours.
Ooh, honey nut bun. I'll take those. That's a bowl, though. Oh, she just burped. She just burped. And she has, this is not This is, I don't know if that's an accurate... They have cakes in this game?
Oh, lovely adherers of the crunchy pleasures. Crow in delight as your teeth sink into a
she's
golden
practicing, that's
brown
all.
loaf of our
That's what she's doing.
fresh and tasty
She's
bread.
practicing. More paintings of beautifulness. Actually, that one is really nice. I really like the colors of the
I
left
just
side
don't
of
see
the
the
painting.
fucking point.
Yeah. Are you insisting that she doesn't do that?
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
Oh my god. So nice. Hi. Excuse me. I'm sort of, you know. What? I talked to her
Well,
before.
it is fresh and it is tasty.
Yeah.
What are you getting at?
I'm not getting
Evening.
at anything. I really wasn't. I am sorry that I was sort of looked like I was. Like magic. I'm not gonna steal that. But these guys are not gonna tell me
Tender
anything.
friends of the granulous pleasance, melt away in rapture as a crunchy loaf of bread wanders
Crunchy
from
loaf
my
of
hands
bread.
into yours.
Of that type of bread, actually, I prefer the crunchy ones, to be honest. Although if it's a little bit of a sweet bread, then you can make it non-crunchy. Hi, sir. You're an Enderal, aren't you?
Kiraj, what gave me away? My skill or my accent?
Both, I guess.
Well, I'll have to work on my disguise then. Jokes aside, I am from Kaira, but I was only 6 years old when my
that
commune
explains.
came to this country, and I'll have seen my 60th winter next month, so I suppose that makes me as Enderalian as most people around here.
I said my original line was, "You're not an Enderalian." And he's from where I am, from Kira. Why did you leave Kira?
Oh, there
Or
were
Kira.
many reasons. Suffice it to say that Kaira isn't the glittering, exotic country of dreams and poems that bards make it out to be. I am glad to live here. You can say what you will about Enderal, but at least it's peaceful.
Is it? Well, I guess it is. Apart from the whole red plague or whatever they call it. Excuse me. Also, the pebbles in the floor are very upset with the lightning. They don't enjoy the lightning. Okay, so we did this already. We have this lady over here that we talked to already. We have all these guys over here. Laborer. Is this where he lives? The iron dude. Let's not mess with that. Then on this side we have the Guild of Things. Oh, that's right. He goes above. Huh. Nice. What else? What else do we have? We have the thing, and then we have that way, and this loops back. Hi. Hey. It's a graybeard. Jeremina's. Jeremina's graybeard. That's who he is. We're just not paying attention at all to quest markers or anything. And this is the gatehouse. Oh man, this is... Let's see how this looks. Huh. Pretty cool. Although that tree would never, ever be there. That would be... Big trees inside castle walls are just... They're going to be in a garden, and usually they're not going to be in a garden unless it's... It's not. It just doesn't happen because you need the trees, you need the wood. So where do you think they get all this wood? From this tree. They're gonna make a house out of that. Oh my god, that thing is leaning, which is great. They're gonna make a house out of that. Purple malthus flower. That's not what I wanted. Okay, now let's look at our quests. Then we have a few more. Let's look at our map. And how do I do this? So I am. Wait a minute. Don't do this. There we go. So I'm not here. Oh, that's a shame. Did they plan? Oh, why are you doing this? Did they plan on making it be like that and just couldn't get it? Might have been the case. Okay, local map, press L. And we have a lot of things, and we don't really have anything here to do. We have the Heartland, okay, and then we have the marketplace. Let's go to the marketplace. Oh, there's the soundtrack that I like. Although or the track that I like. Although the rain is drowning out everything. Adrio dal Alif. Lyrical outpours and other fluids. What? I don't understand what he said. I don't know what that was. Let's sprint a little bit. Because we've seen all this already. And here we go. To the marketplace. I love these things. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they're called, I mean. I know what they are. They're verandas sort of thing. protrusions from the walls. But, they wouldn't be actually normally built like that. Man, big area. Really need to find an inn. Ooh, that's nice looking up there. And I love the... Oh my god, this is so cool. This is... I love the, like, changes of height. I mentioned this before. This is... Oh, this is so awesome. What do we need to do over here? What do we need to do? There's somebody playing a guitar. Or a lira. Or a lute. Whatever. Hi.
Good evening.
Any news?
News? Where have you been?
Oh my god. You really gotta go into there.
The whole city's talking about
Yes,
nothing else but
yes.
the Mad Magister.
My god.
30 dead novices.
This goes back. Hi.
Huh? What do you
Oh,
want?
I didn't mean to do anything. Miss. He doesn't. She doesn't go. Okay. Well, they're just enjoying their time in the rain. They're singing the rain. Well, not really, but sort of. Oh, look at that. We got a statue over here. Oh my god, that hair is enormous. I don't think that was made by the original. Hi, by the original developers. Jespar, what you doing over here?
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it.
Nah, it's fine. I'm used to big cities.
Right, you're from Ostian. I almost forgot. They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they? You can climb high, and you can fall just as deep. And every place vibrates with life.
Well, it's still yeah, you have to like it, don't you?
Well, I do. Here, put this on. And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
What'd you give me? A garb? He's getting me dresses already? Oh, this guy. Okay, let's see. How... Oh. I like it. Okay, let's go after him. Maybe not. What you doing? Look, I'm gonna get my garb wet. What is this? I'm searching for you. Can't read. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, let's see. Okay. Sort of. Okay. It's not amazing, but I guess. That's fine.
That's it. And why is it Malphas who carries the Sun Temple on his back? Isn't that...
Well, I guess we just got that answer there. That it's Malphas that we saw above us. Man, can we get into a dry place here? My feet are... I was gonna say hungry. They're not hungry. They're cold. I was gonna say hungry. I'm hungry, maybe. I have my dinner ready in a little bit. Don't you worry. And then I'm gonna record some more episodes after that. Hi. Oh yeah, it's this guy. Man, he's just taking us where we need to go.
Yes?
Shut up. You're embarrassing me. Hi. Really cool stuff. Really like the posters, even though they don't really make sense. At least as far as I can tell, anyway. Seriously, you need to stop looking. I mean, are you checking me out right now? Are you checking me out? We have talked about this. Oh, wait a minute. We talked about a different thing.
Usually those gifted with magic have to report their talent to the Order, and then pass a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic.
Okay.
The journey to the water is what they call it. Once they've passed that, the fever reduces to an endurable level, and new alchemists have their names registered in some kind of holy book. But there are other ways to get rid of the fever, and I hope my employer can tell you about them.
I hope he can. That probably explains the wall you work for the Order, don't you? If I'm gonna be initiated. Yeah, he's sprinting. He's actually sprinting.
Okay, almost there.
Almost. I really want him to go in first, though, because, you know, I know the bugs that this engine can make. I've suffered through them. Playtesting this game is a nightmare. Although I imagine debugging it is even more. Actually, that's the thing. When I say playtesting, I say it as a modder. So when you playtest as a modder, you're actually debugging rather than playtesting. Generally. Anyway, if you're the developer. This is huge. This is another huge level. Oh, we're in the Temple District. I mean, we must be. Let me see if we can there. Well, we're going up. Hi, sir. Whoa.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You
Okay.
don't belong here.
Are you going to tell me about how life is important because you die? I mean, I can understand that if you just put it like that. But not when you're saying, oh, my husband died. Yeah, I just kind of debunked my whole attitude there just immediately. Because I was trying to misrepresent the argument, and I ended up presenting it pretty well. The argument that this is a callback to a previous episode. If you don't remember, it's fine, don't worry. Anyway, got a lot of these guys. I really like their helmets. Are they two wings? Oh, they're sort of. Oh, that's cool. They're sort of a mixture between the helmets of, or the helms, I guess, of.
Hold it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission.
Ooh.
Who are you, and what leads you to this holy place?
Business. I'm Jaspard Belveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Oh, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marija de Luna from Ostian.
Oh,
esteemed
yes.
holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin.
Oh, yeah.
Archmagister Marigil sent for her. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough,
him.
you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary.
When he
You
said
too, my
perfumery.
dear Luna.
You
Oh,
have
thank you.
my word, fair lady. Thank you.
Did you just call a badass guard fair lady? And also, I thought the Archmagister was going to be a woman because of the perfumery thing. Ah, well. Apparently, it's going to be a guy. Can I take it? You don't mind that? Oh, she looks really cool. So these guys are sort of inspired. Oh, she's kind of. Oh, her face is so nice. This is kind of inspired. I was going to say this is kind of, sort of a mixture. The helm, sort of a mixture between the Roman Empire and the helmets of, or the helms of, not Numenor, Gondor? Yeah, Gondor from Lord of the Rings. Not so much the movie, because the movie kind of made them a little bit wimpier. The ones from the books just have these huge wings on their back, the helms. And do you know what the difference is between a helm and a helmet? It's the size, or how much it covers your face. Helmet is a smaller version of a helm. But I don't actually know the real distinction, the real definition. Let's go and have a chat with Jaspard. Let's go. Hey, actual chat? Maybe not. Okay. Quite an interesting castle. I don't really know if this could be. This could stand. I'm trying to look at the architecture here. It could. Yeah, it should be fine. That tower is pretty big, though. That tower is pretty big, but yeah, it should be able to stand, no problem. Here, let's go. These poor guys, they don't even get you an awning, do they? Let's go. Oh, and I remember the name. I commented before about the things that I was mentioning before. Those are called hoardings. It's a weird name. The things I called an awning before when I got into the city. Those are hoardings. They're basically protected wooden parapets that are built around the battlements in an effort to protect the underneath of them.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you are. Magister Karus has been looking for you.
Carlos? Why's that?
Well, that went better than expected.
I don't know,
Shh.
but I think it's about the tome he wanted you to transcribe.
Ah, I thought... Well, never mind. And by the way, have you seen this new Naramese mage woman?
Ooh.
Pegas, or whatever her name was.
Oh,
I've heard about her, yes. She's the Scarab, isn't she?
Yes.
She's the what?
That's what she looks like, at least.
I can't
But
understand.
She's from Austria, just like that Messier Firespark.
Oh, she's from where I'm from.
Skyrim.
Okay, this went quite well. Yes, indeed. Mariju de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, huh?
Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters.
Supposed to lead us.
Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine.
I'm certain
Sure.
the Grand
His name is
Master knows
Constantine Firespark, and he's
Now
one of
go.
Narathzor Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzul's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me.
Yes, let's get rid of these two guys, because they're going over the same dialogue as before.
She's the Scarab, isn't she?
The Scarab? And I got a secure chest over here as well. I got secure chests all over. Sorry, I'm not following you. You know, I have other things to do. Come on. Okay. This is a, sort of an entrance of a crypt or something. It's huge. Like the big doors and the silhouetted frame and all the things. I meant like the pillars. All decorated. Man, they really went all out, didn't they? So we got vaulted ceilings in here. We got impossible ceilings over here. Okay, yeah, they can't stick to the realism, can they? It's fine. It's fine. I'm just a stickler, I guess. Yeah, so these ceilings are impossible. You can't make these because that stone right there, it would fall. It would fall. You can't just sustain that with mortar, otherwise you'd make the ceilings out of mortar. That's actually what they did. It's called, I actually don't know the name, but it's basically wooden frames and then a bunch of junk inside the frame.
This doesn't make any sense.
Does it?
Why can't it ever be easy?
But those, of course, are arcs, and everything is arc, so it wouldn't fall. That's what it means to be a vaulted ceiling. But there we go. It looked nice, and I mean, Skyrim is just faulty to a crazy extent in regards to these stone ceilings. And it's not just Skyrim; it's a lot of games as well, and movies and stuff. Hi. Come on. See, now we have these things. It looks just awesome. Should they? Why don't they make it all like that? Just look at this. Actually, that does. I don't think that makes sense. That would fall. It would cave in on of itself. Yeah. There's a column missing. And also.
All right, here we are.
Okay.
Hang on.
No. That's not how you do it.
What are they doing?
I'm just being careful. We
like
have to.
heck we do. Give me that thing. Now.
Oh my god. We shouldn't interrupt. Oh crap! What were they doing?
Blasted, blistering blazes.
You don't say.
That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Like the
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right.
He's
Joseph
dressed like
the
that.
Scrounger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something. I
suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your flings up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular lady over here needs your help, to be frank.
Oh, yes.
Arcane fever.
Is that so? What exactly has that got to do with me? Let the Keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
Well, it's his
This woman's
fault.
magic is different, my sir. Just feel her aura, and you'll see it. Plus, she's from Naren, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake.
Hey, don't feel too much.
I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat, and I'll have a look at that fever of yours.
Okay. Oh, boy. This is pretty cool. This is a weird chair, sir. What exactly do you intend? Seriously, what kind of chair is this? Okay, my legs are...
All right, then.
What?
This will tickle a little.
Wait!
You're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow and powerful. And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now.
A what?
Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that scrounger.
Let's hope
Oh,
he knows
no.
what he's doing.
I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
So the vision he's talking about there is to send out. Yeah, I don't know what's a glance. I don't understand that. We're gonna ask that. The vision that he's talking about there is the vision that we experienced. I think maybe at the end of the first episode. I believe it was either at the end of the first one or at the beginning of the second one. It was that lady that showed up and killed my other guy that didn't want to kill guards. I think that's how it. Or maybe she didn't kill him. Maybe she just kind of. No, she killed the other guys that were. No, I don't remember. But anyway, terrible things happened because of that, and the boat crashed, and that's how I got here. Yeah. What is a glance?
By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Balador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Well, look at that, Jasper. You surprised me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an Arcanist is depends on 3 factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see, how well he can bring parts of them into our reality, and finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain inal, but as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures.
Okay, that sounds perfectly fair. And what about this chapel on the water? Every time I touch on one of those stones, I feel as if, I don't know, as if something comes back to me?
Well, that's probably a sign that you should go easier on the booze. Skill, whether of physical or magical nature, isn't gained through touching some stones, but through hard work and discipline. Even though this screwball Enderalian talk of paths and predeterminations tries to tell us otherwise.
Yeah, that's the meditation that we were talking about there. Okay, again, I did not just imagine these visions. They felt different, somehow real. Well, how do you know? What argument is this? It's impossible to tell. It's impossible to tell the difference unless you can rationalize. Haven't you watched Inception? That's the point.
Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Meister? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true?
It is, actually.
Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room?
A glistening white light in charred bodies. Their flesh was a natural gray. And I heard all these voices.
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
Yes. And how can we do that? get my magic under control, that is?
Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
A shortcut? Isn't there a reason this journey to the water is as lengthy as it is?
There is indeed, and this reason is called ignorance. The Order's rituals haven't changed since the Lightborn slipped out of their cradles, and the Keepers do their best to keep anything progressive out of their country. But please, if you're up for a year of austerity and stern-faced magisters scolding you, go for it. I really don't care.
I wish I could. We would need a montage, but we could do and play that song from... Actually, I don't know who has that song. I don't know the name. I don't remember. You know what I mean. We're gonna need a montage. It's just awesome song. Anyway, all right then. I'll do this ritual of yours. Where can I find this Lashery?
She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours.
Sure.
Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it.
Okay.
I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Hey, he wasn't drinking when he was with me. Have you been drinking?
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I owe you this for your help back in Riverville.
What?
And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter.
I will.
I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my fair lady. I'll see you around.
Huh. During the main story of Enderal, you have the opportunity to deepen your bond for several persons. People, I suppose? Caution, these missions aren't available forever. If the main story progresses too far, the storylines of these people stay hidden. Also, the Stranger's Quarters, that's interesting. If they call it like that in the game, that'd be quite good. But I think that might be just a mistranslation. Because at least in Portuguese, the word for foreigner is got the roots in stranger. Or even foreign, it's got a root in stranger. Wasn't there a lady in here? Whatever that guy done. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so we'll see what we have in here next episode and where we go and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye.